Our sound check guides are doing amazing, and we wanted to share with you a couple of stories you car guys are going to find interesting. So one of our customers was looking at an NC1 NSX, and whenever he gave us the information like the VIN and whatever service records he had and the ad, we started to do our investigation. And along the way, I actually found out through the Carfax that the car was actually serviced at a dealership like 5 years ago. So what I did is I called that dealership, and since I was a service advisor at one point in time, I actually worked at Ferrari Central Florida, and that was pretty cool. I knew how to talk to service advisors. So I talked to them and I actually got the real records, and I asked them to email them to me, which was really helpful. So when I got that email, I started going through them, and I found out that the NC1 NSX had the fuel pump recall completed. Now, the buyer of the car had no idea, and the person selling the car had no idea because they were a dealership. It looks like somebody sold the car to them, so nobody knew this information, but we figured it out. We let our client know about the fuel pump recall being completed, and that was some great information for him to have, because for those particular cars, having that recall done is like a great sense of peace, because you don't have to get it done and you don't have to worry about the fuel pump failing during your ownership. So just that alone was worth our guide. Like, we were able to give him that piece of information, and then we gave him a ton of other stuff. We reviewed the car, and we were able to help them figure out what car they were looking at. Now, the second story has to do with an NSX as well. A client was looking at one with a lot of modifications, and I know about modifications. I know about the reputable companies. I know about ones that actually add to the car versus take away from it. And I was looking at this particular car, and it had a front splitter, and the front bumper was drilled in, and it had canards at one point in time, and it looks like the canards broke off, so the bumper was damaged. And even though the front splitter was an APR, it looked like it was a little bit worn down and chipped from, it looks like maybe some curbs. And not only that, we were looking around the car and owning an NC1, we even found some small things that was completely missing. So we definitely recommended that car wasn't the best option. And then when we got another report, it was about a Type S, which was pretty cool. And we were able to actually find that the pin that goes with the Type S's, the very special Eagle pin, we were able to track the ownership like 3 owners back, because we wanted to make sure that that owner was going to get that pin. So we were able to make sure that he asked the dealership and that that actually came with the car. And then here recently, this was actually one of the coolest ones because there was a little bit of drama. One of our customers was looking at an AMG like ours, and it was at a dealership, and his dealership was real small. But I started to do research on their reviews. So first off, Google reviews look pretty good. But when I started digging into like their triple B or BBB reports and Yelp reviews and other reviews around, I started to see that the Google reviews look good, but the Yelp reviews started to show some shady side of the business. So as the customer was talking to this dealership, we decided to help him out, and we started to email the dealership too, because we wanted some information about the service, and this dealership responded with some pretty shady stuff. So we told him that he's better off finding another car. Now, we also recommend that if a customer is looking at a car out of state and they haven't seen it with their own eyes, we do recommend that they get like a Lemon Squad report. I work for Lemon Squad. This video is not sponsored by Lemon Squad, and they didn't pay me to make this video, but it's really good to get somebody out there to actually look at the car. So that's why I recommend Lemon Squad, because they're a great company. But I always recommend, check out our website, carsoundcheck.com. We offer a really great service to make sure that when you're buying a car, it's beyond a Carfax, beyond anything else. We give you some real detailed information that is specific to your vehicle. All right, guys, thanks for watching. You take care, and we'll talk to you soon.